Hello dear guys, welcome to my class. Today we are going to continue our next one poem, that is Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice, this poem is written by Robert Frost, the well-known American poet. Okay, so here first of all I would like to tell you that this poem Fire and Ice is a symbolic poem. It is a symbolic poem. It is a symbolic poem. Why? Why does this poem, or why is this poem called a symbolic poem? Okay, why? Because here this poem, or here in this poem, the poet symbolizes fire and ice, the two components of nature. Yes, and here he says, or he symbolizes both the components of the nature with the feelings of human beings. The feelings of human beings. Look at how he compared them or symbolizes them. So first of all, look at there the fire. Fire is compared or symbolized. Fire is symbolized or it is compared to human feelings like strong desire or anger, etc. And here he says, as strong desire or anger could destroy someone else, same here, fire is able, or fire has the potential to destroy or bring in the catastrophic end to the world. So let's see, we will see all those while dealing with the lines of this poem. But here first of all understand why this poem is called a symbolic, because here both the components of the nature, fire and ice, are symbolized by the poet. And here fire is symbolized with the human feelings like strong desire, anger, etc. As well as ice. Ice is also symbolized by the poet. And here ice is symbolized with the feeling of hatred. The feeling of human being, and that is hatred, indifference, coldness, insensitivity, etc. Yes, hatred, indifference, coldness, insensitivity, etc. So here these all are desire, anger, hatred, indifference, coldness, insensitivity. All these are human feelings. And here the component, the objects of nature, fire and ice, are symbolized with these. So that's why this poem is called a symbolic poem. Okay, got it? Why this poem is called a symbolic poem? Or did you understand the fire and ice, to what they are compared or to what they are symbolized with? Got it? So now let's begin, or let's see the theme, the message of this poem. What does the poet wants to convey through this poem? Here the poet says that this world will end one day. This world will end one day. एक दिन ये दुनिया खत्म हो जाएगी. Why? Due to, or here he said it very clearly that if we nurture, if human beings nurture their feelings to an extent, look at that, the word is added there, nurture their feelings टू एन एक्सटेंट, अगर किसी सीमा के बाहर भी एक्सटेंट में अगर वो अपनी फीलिंग्स को अगर नर्चर करते हैं, उसको बढ़ावा देते हैं, सो डेफिनेटली दिस फीलिंग्स विल ब्रिंग इन द कैटास्ट्रोफिक एंड टू द वर्ल्ड. Definitely they will bring in the catastrophic end, and it is obvious, or it is appropriately said, it is rightly said that if we nurture our feelings to an extent, it has drawbacks. कोई भी फीलिंग हो, फिर अगर उसको हम एक पर्टिकुलर एक्सटेंट पे अगर नर्चर करते चलते हैं तो उसके हमें साइड इफेक्ट्स दिखाई देंगे. So same here, the feelings as we have seen now, hatred, indifference, coldness, insensitivity, anger, then strong desire, keen desire. If we are having such desires and if we nurture them to an extent, definitely they will bring end. They will bring in end to the world, the catastrophic end to the world. So here the poet, let's see what he says here, or here he wanted to actually say us that we should nurture our feelings. He did not deny, he did not say that we should not nurture our feelings. We should nurture, but not to an extent. They must be under our control. Whatever the feelings we are having, whatever the ideas or whatever feelings like these we have seen, whatever feelings we are having, they must be under control. They must be under control. Otherwise they could cause to the catastrophic end of the world. They could be a cause. वो एक कारण बन सकते हैं इस दुनिया के अंत के लिए. Yes, and it is true. And again, an example of this we have already seen. If we think about Hitler, yes, एक या फिर एटॉमिक बॉम्ब का जो यूज़ हुआ, वी कैन से कि कैसे अगर एक ज़्यादा ही गुस्सा हो जाए या फिर इंडिफरेंस या कोल्डनेस प्रकार की अगर फीलिंग हमारे मन में आ जाए तो इस प्रकार के चीज़ों का यूज़ करके हम दुनिया को ख़त्म कर सकते हैं. यस, एंड दैट्स व्हाई हियर द पोएट वांट्स टू से अस दैट, और इसीलिए यहाँ पोएट हमें कहना चाहते हैं कि फीलिंग कोई भी हो आपके मन में, वो तो होती ही है, इंसान है, फीलिंग तो रहना ही है, बट वो फीलिंग एक कंट्रोल में होना चाहिए, अपने अंदर कंट्रोल में होना चाहिए कि जिसे हम एक लिमिट के साथ उसका यूज़ कर सके, उसका कहीं हमें दुरुपयोग ना हो, उसका कोई गलत प्रभाव ना दिखे. एंड दैट्स व्हाई हियर दिस पोयम, एज वी हैव सीन कि रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की पोएम्स कैसे होती है, ही मोस्टली राइट्स ऑन कॉमन ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपीरियंसेस. कॉमन जो टॉपिक्स होते हैं, छोटी छोटी जो चीज़ें होते हैं, उन पर लिखते हैं, बट दे ऑल आर इनसाइटफुली मीन्स दे ऑल आर हैविंग डीपर एंड लार्जर मीनिंग्स. लेकिन सभी पोएम से भली छोटी सी क्यों ना हो, भले ही कॉमन चीज़ें क्यों ना हो, लेकिन उन सब में एक गहन अर्थ भरा होता है, एज हियर इन द पोएम फायर एंड आइस. Got it? Now let's see what is given there in the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Yes, so here in this poem the poet is talking about two components of the nature, fire and ice. And look at there, he says in the very beginning the poet is talking about the two beliefs the people having all around the world. And what are the two beliefs, or the beliefs of the people? The first one the poet is talking about that there are some people in the world who believe that the world will end in fire. One day the world will end in fire. एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि इस फायर की वजह से ये दुनिया खत्म हो जाएगी. दैट फायर मीन्स व्हाट हियर एज वी हैव सीन, वो दूसरा हिडन मीनिंग है जो हम सिंबलाइज मतलब सिंबोलिज्म के माध्यम से देख सकते हैं, बट यहाँ क्लियरली अगर हम देखा जाए तो ऐसे भी एक सिंपल मीनिंग निकलता है, दैट इज व्हाट, if the world is heated, if the world is heated to an extent due to the inner fire of this earth, अर्थ के अंदर में जो इनर में जो फायर है या फिर जो हीट है, उस हीट की वजह से अगर ये अर्थ अगर हीट की गई, सो द आउटर सरफेस ऑफ दिस अर्थ, आउटर सरफेस ऑफ दिस प्लैनेट will burn, and definitely that will destroy the world. So this way heat, fire, here fire means what you can say, heat could be a cause to the destruction of this world. So here the poet is saying that some people are there in this world who believe that the world will end इन फायर वन डे, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि जिस दिन ये दुनिया जलकर खाक हो जाएगी ड्यू टू द एक्सेसिव हीट, if the world is heated more and more or to an excessive extent or to an excessive scale, एक पर्टिकुलर स्केल पर, एक्सेसिव स्केल पर अगर वो हीट हो जाएगी ड्यू टू द इनर हीट ऑफ दिस अर्थ, the outer surface of the world, outer surface of this the globe earth will burn out, and it will result in, definitely it will result in the destruction of this world. Yes, so this is one of the belief people are having all around the world. Again there he says in the second line, some say in eyes. There are again another group of people in this world, there are again another group of people who believe that this world will end in ice. This world will end in ice. That means how? That means some people believe that if the temperature went down, or if the temperature goes down, if the temperature goes down to the point which cannot be tolerated by any living object, if it goes down, अगर जो टेम्परेचर है अगर बहुत ही कम हो जाएगा, वेरी लो टेम्परेचर अगर हो जाएगा, so the life will be impossible on the earth. Life will be impossible. No one could live in such a low temperature. Here this ice is talking about low temperature, fire is talking about heat. Yes, so here he says, there are some people in the world who believe that if the temperature goes down to a limit or to a particular point which will be intolerable, life will be impossible on this earth. So this way there are two types of people, or there are two groups of people who believe or who are having such two beliefs. Yes, ऐसे दो प्रकार के बिलीफ वाले लोग यहाँ हैं, पहला है फायर में बिलीव करने वाले, दूसरे है आइस में बिलीव करने वाले. So this way here he says there are two groups of people. Okay, then here he says, from what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. And there in the third line he compared fire with desire, or he compared the desire with fire, saying that as I have tasted desire, जैसे मैं डिजायर को जानता हूँ, स्ट्रॉन्ग डिजायर से परिचित हूँ, I am familiar with the human feeling desire. And here indirectly he talked about fire and desire, means he symbolizes there. Yes, and says there, he says that as I have experienced, yes, as I have means the poet has experienced the what you can say, the result of strong desire. There he says I favor, or I hold, look at there, he says, I hold with those who favor fire. There, that means here he says, I would favor the group of people who believes that, or who believe that the world will end in fire. Why? Because here he says, means here actually he symbolizes or compared the fire with desire. He compared fire with desire, saying that as fire could destroy the world, same strong desire could destroy the world. Yes, as I have experienced this, जैसे मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया हूँ, जैसे मैंने देखा हूँ, as I am familiar with this, I could say that the desire, strong desire could destroy the world, could bring in the catastrophic end to the world. And that's why I favor, I support, means here the poet supports to the people who believe that the world will end in fire. Got it? So this is the meaning of first one stanza. Got it? So the remaining second, that means last stanza, we will do in our tomorrow's class. Okay, so do study it carefully. If you have any query, feel free to make me contact. So see you guys. Bye bye. I end up this class with the hope that you have understood this poem, first part of the poem, very well. So see you soon. Bye bye.